This is a new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn. That's Retention Pond. This is Texas. And hey, I'm Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. If you follow the channel, you know I ordered one of these for our next long-term review. I get them for about a year. I know long-term year, I get it all, but for me it's long-term. And I'm gonna buy it a little bit different than this. But this is a Bighorn. I thought in this video, let's talk about what comes on this truck, walk around that, and I'll tell you the difference. That's $5,000 more for my Bighorn versus this Bighorn. Yeah, stay with me here. But we're in Texas. This is actually called a Lone Star in Texas because everything is cowboy down here. But this is a new 2025 Ram 1500. LED lights there, a new grill setup. Now this one has the standard output, 3-liter inline 6 turbocharged engine. This is above the Pentastar. It's offered in Bighorn. So you have the Pentastar V6, then you have this Hurricane engine, then you have a high output for higher trim levels. I have these kind of, I'm gonna call them ugly wheels. I got aluminum clad wheels, I think a little bit nicer than these. This covering here, but yeah, so they have the wheels there. We have that. We do have wheel liners, which I think is interesting. Some brands don't always do these. These are actually plastic wheel liners, which is kind of interesting. Sometimes you get a little foam or like a felt around those. I'm not gonna walk that way. I'm gonna walk this way. Come around the sides, which I said the big news is the engine. I'll pop the hood in a minute, we'll talk about that. And then we have the same coil spring suspension, we have the same cabin size. This has got those trailer mirrors. This is from the same 3/4 ton they offered last model year. There's a bunch of controls inside, they're heated, they extend, all kind of stuff. I don't think trailer mirrors are that big of a deal in the half ton. If you want them, great. For me, they block some visibility. I'll show you that in the cabin. But I don't get my truck did not get those, so I have standard mirrors on mine, if I recall correctly, and we'll go through those details. So we have, oh, I wanted to talk about the, right there, we have the gas with capless, which I like. Again, coil suspension, little bed step here, cool. And then we have the standard tailgate back here, and the chrome on there. All right, so the one I bought was not Lone Star, called Bighorn in Nebraska. Get back in there. All right, I got back in there. And what it has is Delmonico red is one of the differences. Another difference it has is inside the cabin. So this version is $67,000. The one I bought, $72,000. We have the big 14-inch screen, right? We have a analog and digital gauges in here. Steering wheel, everything's about the same. I got cloth seats and heated cloth seats. And I'll tell you why. I like heated cloth seats. They're amazing. I find cloth seats to be more comfortable than some of the leather seats companies putting out these days. And the Laramie, a lot of people ask me, why didn't I just buy a Laramie at that price point? Laramie starts at $60,000. But once you start optioning it up, the same thing what I'm doing, you're more like $80,000 by the time you start doing the numbers there. So I would rather not have leather. Cloth, easier to clean, doesn't burn your legs in the summertime, doesn't get so cold in the wintertime. So that's a big fan of that. I'm fine there. Adjustable pedals, which I do like. My wife will like that quite a bit. We have, again, the mirror controls here, right? Extending that deal, locks, and then we have this new styling here. There's some new colors, new styling, new materials, like right here, new material. We have the turn dial, trailer brake, grain, and for the brakes and trailer steering, you actually can push the center and, and back the trailers up, that kind of deal. This has got aero. It's got the aero setup with the air suspension. You can lower it and raise it for off-roading or entry exit. We have the USBs. Also we have, I say USBs, but we have a dual charger setup in higher trim levels. You can see the spot for security. Secure's in there. There's 2 chargers. If you get the higher trim level, you have a dual wireless charger. I can tell you in the few minutes I had my phone on there, it got hot. Something that's a problem with wireless chargers. They get really hot in that container. The one I have is a dual panel panoramic moonroof. This one doesn't have that. It has just a regular roof. It doesn't have that at all. You can see some lighting up there, drop tailgate. And then there should be a tailgate button. Let's see. Yeah, you can drop the tailgate on the truck. And I think it goes up too. Let's try that. So if I hold it down, or I hit it twice. But there's a power up version. And I don't think this one is power up. Let me see. Nope, it's only power down. Higher trim levels, power up, power down. Back here we have a 400-watt hookup for power. I got the one that's got a 2-kilowatt hookup, and so I got more power back here in the bed, the bigger bed. And then I got the barn door style, if you've seen this. There's a latch like here. It comes out 60, like a 60-40, 70-30 split. Little small door here, so that's another $1,000. So basically, this bighorn starts at $51,000, and then you quickly get to $67,000 by adding a few features. That's the thing with bighorn, is that once you start going crew cab, four-wheel drive, and adding stuff, it really adds up. And so I got the fancier tailgate, Phantom moonroof, more power in the bed, and it basically equaled another $5,000. So that's how you get $72,000 for a bighorn. Now this one, payload is 1,500 pounds, and then max towing went down a little bit. It's only 11,300 pounds in half tons in the Ram. I'm fine with that. It's hard to find trailers that are bump pull trailers so that are over 10,000 pounds unless you're doing landscaper work. And so for most campers and things, boy, 7,000 pounds wet weight is about your max. And the camper, you know, especially if you do a camper, 28-foot camper, that's a lot of length, a lot of side winds profile the camper. So I'm not worried about the towing number going down at all. I just did a walk around of the Laramie, which is the trim up from the bighorn. And let me do the walk around. I have a trailer hooked up here, but it's still gonna make sense to you. Let's just walk around this and I'll show you the footage on the screen. Laramie versus bighorn, and the price difference is, All right, here we go. Here is the 2025 Ram 1500 in a Laramie. LED light standard. We have the body color match bumper down below. We have our wheels and tires set up there. We have towing mirrors. We're towing with this. That's why I'm walking around this. We're towing with this. And I want to show you, here's your interior. Laramie there. Towing tech package. So we have trailer brake controllers. We can back the trailer up with this. And we have big navigation. Digital view mirror. That actually has a tow option there. You can hook a camera to the back of the camper and have the screen up here where the camera is on that mirror, which is pretty handy. We have the full digital gauges here. Payload on this, I have 1,423 pounds of payload. As we come around here, I have the side molding or side steps there. Boom. Come around here, we have, you can see a trailer hookup, weight shifting hitch, cross the chains, plug in. This is for your camera as well. That's what that does in the mirror. Okay, so on top of the cabin, you're probably wondering price. I do have the passenger screen here. That does navigation, some entertainment. You can put your screen share, your cell phone to it, whatever you want to do for the passenger. This is a Laramie, the Hurricane Straight 6 standard output. 420 horsepower, 469 foot-pounds of torque, 8-speed automatic transmission, 392 rear gearing. We have the all-terrain tires, silver billet, silver exterior, black interior. We have a bunch of technology packages in the dual-panel sunroof, which it doesn't have. Whoops, mistyped there. We have the four-corner air suspension. As vehicle test price, $83,415 when you add those features. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and take a look at this. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I know new materials. I knew that. We have the Uconnect system. Oh, one other thing on the Uconnect system is they have increased the processing speed. The electrical architecture has improved to the point it's going to process your commands faster. Also going to see that a little bit more with autonomous driving. They have a level 2 system now, higher level trim levels. It's hands free, still paying attention to the road, but the faster processing speed allows those systems to work better. So let's go ahead and pop this if I can with one finger, one hand. Okay, do that. Oh, well that's nice and easy, right? So here's your 3-liter inline 6 turbocharged engine. It's got 3 cylinders that feed 1 turbo and 3 other cylinders, excuse me, turbo feeds 3, turbo feeds the other 3. I'll show you the rolling chassis here in the screen, and we'll kind of just show you it going around. They put the catalytic converters in a nice spot so they don't get theft on there. And then the only thing I noticed, and I'm talking right now, I'll put that on the screen when I'm doing the editing on this, is that oil filter seems like it's kind of in a weird spot, right next to the cross member. I'm not sure I like that. Okay, back to the truck. We have the dampener here for the hood to keep the engine noise out of the outcome of the hood into the cabin. You don't really hear much engine noise in this at all. And I'll tell you more in another video how it drives. This video is just the walk around. The next video I'll tell you how it drives coming out on Thursday, and we'll do some build and price for it. And we'll look at Laramie versus this a little more detail. But so far, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with my purchase. I don't like the price. The price is ridiculous, but for what you get, the content they're doing these days versus the old school where you had all these packages and such, Okay, I can't justify the price. I tried, but it's just, these trucks are expensive. That's what it is. Even with the Bighorn, 72. So, all right, yeah, interesting. A lot to chew on. Payments over $1,000 for sure if you don't put anything down. It's a lot of money. For me, it's a business write-off. It's business needs for it. Works a great for the channel. It hits all the boxes, but for you, it may not. What do you guys think? 67,000, 72,000, 51,000 starting price. I mean, is Bighorn getting ridiculous these days? I know it is, but for $5 grand more, would you go pan a moonroof like I did? Would you get the more power in the bed? I think those are handy features. Let me know, put comments down below. Let's check videos over here. Website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. Also a forum over there, doing a lot of cool stuff over there. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.